Hello and good morning. This is video log entry number 38, and it is 10:30 a.m. CST. Man, I did a lot today, surprisingly. I just kind of just got myself to go to the library, surprisingly, and I also applied to like 6 positions. I don't know, I just started doing more things, so that's nice. But I'm a little bit tired because, I'm so serious sometimes. When I have a mission in mind, I tend to be, I don't know why, but I can't let my personality seep out as much, so I'm very monotone, and I may seem like a dick to some people when I'm doing things. I'm not actually an asshole, it's just the fact that I want to get it done and get it out of the way so I don't have to think about it anymore. I just have to do it as fast as possible too, which is fine to some degree, but I think I need to slow down a bit. I'm trying to slow down, but I went there early over at the library, and I had to wait for about 5 minutes to get in, and I walked in, and I don't know, I just like my general demeanor is very negative. I mean, it's because I don't really want to be there, but I'm doing it because I know I have to, or sort of, and I have told myself I had to do it, so I'm trying to, sometimes it may not make complete sense. I mean, to some degree it does make sense having a physical resume, even though most applications are done online, but it's good to walk in and give your physical resume if, I don't know, you're walking in a commercial area or you're looking for a retail job or restaurant stuff, or even other possibilities like hospitals and libraries, and can't be parks around here, unfortunately. More centralized areas can't do that, or mechanized or bigger institutions, you have to do it online, unfortunately, because they have an HR system, most likely, meaning you can't talk to HR one-to-one, so it has to go through their system. APS, application processing system. There's some system with there's some acronym that I can't remember, but it's nice to have the right keywords for certain positions. I know that at the very least, and I work around it. People always tell you that you need to tailor your resume depending on the job position that you're applying for, but at the same time, I don't really have a lot that I've done professionally. I've screwed around most of my life. I never really even conceived of a possible. Well, okay, I've imagined some possible careers I could see myself in, but most of the time that did not involve me working towards it, and I'm still kind of in that weird limbo state where I don't know. I have strengths, and then at the same time, maybe that's just me being lazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just coming up with excuses and whatnot, which is reasonable. But I could see myself going back to school in the next year or so once I get in-state tuition or in-state qualifications and whatnot. So, one thing I haven't done yet is I still haven't changed my driver's license, but I'm kind of worried that I may not be able to anyways because of my horrible eyesight. With my glasses, I'm about 20/35, which is not that great. I think you need 20/30 vision at best, even corrected vision. But I also need to get an eye exam and whatnot, so I'm hoping I can just get a job first, and then I can finally start working on those more mandatory things, I guess, or just maintenance stuff, going to the doctor, getting your physical every once in a while. Somebody my age doesn't have to have physicals every year, but it's good to do it every other year, maybe. I don't know. But I'm a generally healthy person, except my eyesight's really bad because I have myopia and amblyopia, both of them. And the amblyopia aspect has really caused a disconnection problem between my eye and my brain. So that's a part of the reason why my eyesight's not the greatest, I think. I don't know, 100% sure. But yeah, sometimes that also could be an issue between I don't think I have a processing disorder. Maybe it's probably slightly lower than average, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that's partly the connection between my eyes and my brain. Those kind of processing disorders. Verbal processing, I think I'm usually fine. As long as I'm paying attention. Actually putting myself in the moment as opposed to thinking a bunch of other random things, and that takes my CPU as opposed to actually being in the moment and listening to instructions. So that's just something I have to work on. Most of the time I'm fine. I've had a lot of jobs in which I needed those functionalities and whatnot, and I can reflect on some of my limitations, and my working memory is okay. I there are times in which, like, like a really fast-paced job. I don't know. Let's say you're like a sandwich maker or something, and you have to like process a bunch of receipts in your head and keep them in your memory to then make those sandwiches and work on making them. And sometimes I think it's normal, just looking at a receipt and forgetting those particular aspects of it. Some people, well, I've also worked with people that were like in job positions much longer than me, and that's the annoying thing is I tend to compare myself quite a bit. So I remember like this person I used to work with that was working probably at like 7 or 8 years of experience, much more in that particular position. That got annoyed with me, even though like they have to realize that not everybody's perfect, and I have my issues, and I definitely have some kind of. I don't think it's a focus problem. It's not a processing problem. It's a focus problem. I know I don't have issues like when I actually can focus. I can focus. It's not. I don't think it's a processing problem. But whatever. I don't know. I guess that's part of the processing aspect of it. It's not an actual like kind of weird. I don't know. Like I can. My decoder is really good. I think I have a good decoder. It's the fact that I can't. What's it called? I like the sensory input. is kind of hijacked by my anxieties and whatnot. Anxieties and also the fact that I have trouble paying attention sometimes. And that's possibly just my anxieties. But, I just got a message that my USPS packages has been arrived at the warehouse and I can just pick it up as of now, which is what I wanted because I was just about to talk about that. I went to USPS, the post office, and I've never been in one of those. That one was really busy because it's a city post office, so that was a little bit too much for me. There was sensory overload. There's just so much going on, but I got through it, and I talked to the lady about my dilemma, and they said that I had to write a note for the USPS person, even though it's like why can't I just show up when it comes in? And she told me to write down the tracking number, even though I was like, you don't really need the tracking number. And the reason why I didn't have my small package come in to my mailbox is because I didn't have my name on it. That didn't cross my mind. Is that sometimes I'm not sure if that's always the case, but I realized that was the reason why behind that is and this was also sensitive information, so that's understandable. There's probably like some kind of like classified information thing on the letter, and then the lady saw that and she's like, well, I can't just put this in the wrong mailbox. It's sensitive information, and that's what happened essentially. And the second was probably just because of standard, just the reputation in the city for package theft and whatnot. So. Yeah. Anyways, I went on another tangent. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, processing and whatnot. I don't know. I'm a good worker. When I focus on my mission, I get it done fast, like a lot faster than I originally perceived. It's just I can't get my head in the way of the general tasks that I have to do, whether they're more simplistic or a little bit more complex. I just have to get my head out of the way and be in the moment, right? So I try to get my head out of the way. I realized that my BPM rose up in the library to 120. I was like, holy crap. That is really, that's way too high. I know it's probably because of the fact that I'm just worried all the time, but that's not good. I mean, like I need that, like, I don't know. And I wasn't being rude. I just seemed too serious. And I probably looked like I was anxious, and my face was probably showing that I was just generally anxious. I need to calm down, slow down, and breathe, and stay in the moment. And I felt like I was in the moment, sort of, except I was still going fast. I was just doing things way too fast, even though I did everything right. It's just, I don't have to do it that fast. Like, why am I going so fast? I don't really have anything. Like, I just need to slow down. Right? I've been trying to work on that. I mean, sometimes I know I can go fast if I want to, which has its benefits, but also sometimes I go too fast and it takes a while for maybe my brain doesn't catch up on certain details that are where my brain has already gone through the general framework of it, so it wasn't fast enough to fill in all the details while I'm doing those things. That kind of makes sense. I realized that with my brain is that it goes too fast for itself. That kind of makes sense, where it knows the general structure of how to achieve the said task, but then it misses out on some of the details. So I have to be careful with that. So I'm trying to find the right pace, and by doing more things, I guess it does help out. Yeah. Um, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I think I'll slowly figure out. I'll gauge my pace, the right pace, to where I'm not making mistakes and doing everything correctly. Because yeah. Anyways, yeah, I didn't bother messing with my laptop today with the OBS situation and whatnot because I just had a lot on my plate this morning. Again, like I said, I applied for a bunch of positions, a few grocery positions, and I think I applied for a couple of restaurant positions, and I think that was it, basically. Nothing interesting. I was just looking at Indeed and all the websites that I bookmarked as of now. And I'm trying to just, yeah, I'm just making that a pattern of mine that I do in the morning, a routine. It's been working out. The first thing I do in the morning is just move my foldable table in front of my futon with my laptop, and then I tell myself, okay, I'm going to start off by looking at Gmail, and then everything else just continues after that, which is nice. I've heard that actually is like just start small, and then everything else will fall into place usually. And I used to like kind of work against that because when I had a job, I didn't even start working, so I just didn't do it sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. And and also like when I left today, I said I was going to go on a walk. And I told myself, I was like, okay, you have to do this today, but you can go on your walk and you don't have to do it. But I still made the decision to do it. Like I was being a little bit lenient because, well, I don't have an exact time to go to the library and get it. I just told myself I had to do that today, right? And if I come back to my unit, do something else and make lunch or whatever, and then go back to the library, that's fine too. But he wanted to do that right then and there, so we did it. And I just had to wait for 5 minutes, and I said that already, but yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling better, though. I'm feeling a lot better. A lot less anxious. I'm still anxious because it's just who I am, I guess. I say it's who I am. I don't know. Like maybe that'll change in the next few years by just being outside and being around people and gauging my environment that I'm in right now. So we'll see. We'll see. So I'm talking to that career lady tomorrow. That's going to be interesting. She's going to criticize my resume. We'll see how that goes. And I have an interview on the 29th, and I also have to go to that restaurant on that day too, 29th. And then Friday, socialization. And I'm going to do all the other stuff that I typically do. I'm also thinking about my license, and I'm like, I should probably do that. Or at least go to the DMV and see what I can do. I don't know. But like I already have proof, I'm paying for rent and I have my electric bill, so like it's nice and convenient having that license as proof as opposed to like saying I live here and you still have your Virginia's license, right? It's easy instead of having those two things. It's just for convenience mainly. I kind of forgot how the general hiring process goes because it's been a while since I've had like actually applied and went through the interview process and actually get a job, but the most important thing is an identification, proof that you live here, SSN. And I guess you have your direct deposit forms that you have to go through. Taxes, I guess, that like how, I think there's like a tax form you have to fill. I forgot how that goes. I forgot what the form is called. Can somebody tell me what that is? I'm too lazy to check online. I know not many people check this or actually look at these videos, but yeah. Let's see here. What else? So yeah, I guess I talked about the post office and it was fine, I've been learning to just put myself in the moment more and focusing on my breathing and focusing on being here. I don't know what kind of tricks I do, really. I just kind of I think I've been outside of my thoughts more. I've been learning to put myself outside of my thoughts. There are other ways to calm your physiological mechanisms by maybe focusing on one thing or focusing on your breathing or focusing on some kind, like maybe a bird that's flying around or just something. I'm still anxious about the city, especially during between 9 and 5, where there's a lot of commercial activity with trucks and whatnot for supply distribution. So that's normal. I mean, trucks are loud. There's a lot of construction going on in my area as well. So I think that's pretty normal. I mean, it's just a lot of new stimuli for me. So I'm getting accustomed to it though. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna, like I already said, that I don't really care about the OBS thing as of now. I really want to get rid of this setup, but man, it's so convenient having Windows. So goddamn convenient. Even though I like it, but I don't like proprietary software too much. I want to support FOSS more, and I want to, yeah, you guys, I'm sure you guys would understand. If you don't know what FOSS is, it's free open source software, something you get on GitHub, but then the thing is about FOSS, or free open source software, is that you have just volunteers. They're essentially volunteers supporting these software systems. And proprietary software is a lot more reliable because people are actually getting paid to make this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, this Fitbit is actually really nice. It helps me keep track of my BPM. Right now it is at 90. I have a resting BPM, but my hands are sweaty. My physiological response is to be anxious as of now for whatever reason. I'm just talking. Or maybe I just have too many thoughts in my head. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly. I think I'm just beginning to believe that this is just who I am. I've never been a calm person. I don't remember the last time I was calm. Okay, I can be calm in some situations, but generally, I'm a very anxious person. Quite tense. My shoulders are loosening up a bit, though. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's because I've been cutting myself off from the world too often, and now I'm getting all this information that I'm trying to slowly trying to process, I guess, whatever. Mull over. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it's a word. I know it's a word. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye.